Amazing, amazing event you guys have put on. Incredible. Sometimes all it takes is a single moment for the course of your life to change. And that moment for me was in October 2011, when I was 17 years old. I was on an Olami trip to Poland with Ace UK. In the years prior to that, I'd become increasingly engaged in my Jewish heritage and in the beauty and the wisdom of our Torah. But I still hadn't really figured out who I was or what my goals were in life. I was 17, give me a break. And we went to a train station in a town called Lodz. And we stood on the tracks where hundreds of thousands of Jews, many of whom were children, were sent to their deaths. We went inside one of the cattle trucks, and I thought about my grandfather, who had also been put on a cattle truck for 6 weeks. And then we walked into a memorial building, which still stands today. It was a long, dark tunnel. And I was at the back of the line as we all walked inside. And on either side of the walls of the tunnel were lists of names with red lines through them. These were the lists that the Nazis had, which contained all the Jews in the town. And the red lines over their name, crossed out, meant that they had been sent on their trains to their deaths. And I looked closer at these lists, and I saw surnames I recognized: Goldstein, Leibovich, Wolfman. And then as I walked to the end of the tunnel, standing at the back of the line, all the Jews in our group decided to hold hands, to start gathering in a circle and start singing the words of King David, Gam ki elech b'gei salmaves, lo irara ki ata imadi, singing, even though I may walk in the valley of the shadow of the death, we will fear no evil, for God is with us. And I looked back at all those Jewish names that had been crossed off the list, sent to their deaths, annihilated. And then I looked forward to see a group of young Jewish people, still alive, still bursting with life, aware and pained by our history, and yet still clinging to our values and our faith. And I realized that that specific moment, I am part of a miraculous people. A people that have regularly stared death in the face and continuously responded by choosing life. A people that nation after nation, empire after empire, have tried to do away with. And not only have we survived, but now the majority of the world believes in the God of Abraham and adopts many of our values, like the value of human life, world peace as an ideal, justice and equality before the law, family values, social responsibility to the poor and the needy. And we are a people that can get wiped out of a town like Toledo during the Spanish Inquisition. And yet centuries later, hundreds of us can return here to declare Am Yisrael Chai, Anod Avinu Chai. At that precious moment in Poland, I realized that not only does the world need the Jewish people, but I need to play my role in this people. I need to play my role in getting a new generation of Jews inspired and energized by our incredible and unique history, but also by the work we still have to do in bringing the world to its perfection. And so I decided to dedicate my life to Jewish education, Jewish outreach, and perhaps most importantly of all, Jewish unity. If the Jewish people can be united in their divine mission, then that is how we together can change the world for good. And so after that, I decided to spend some time in a yeshiva in Israel. Didn't even know what yeshiva was when I was 18, but I decided that's what I've got to do. And then I came back to London, and I realized that the most common way in which young people consume information is through these things: social media. And videos on social media have the power to change hearts and minds. And so I decided to create a social media Jewish platform that would be accessible to anyone around the world, that provided short, high-quality, dynamic content on Jewish wisdom, current affairs, and light entertainment. I won't pretend for a second that it's been easy. Starting something is tough. If you want to start something, it's like trying to lift a car off the ground. It's hard work. But it's hard work that has taken us now to reaching 250,000 views every month, with our biggest audience aged between 16 to 30, and we have viewers on every single continent. And I've had support from tremendous people within our amazing Jewish family, including support from Olami, this organization. Thank you. Thank you, Olami. And I want to give a special shout out to Rabbi Daniel Rowe from HUK and Rabbi Dr. Akiva Tatz. These guys I drive them mad. They're featuring regularly on JTV. I always get them on, and they provided so much wisdom to our viewers all around the world. It's incredible. I'm still only in the initial stages of my journey. And what I say to all of you guys is I encourage you all to do whatever you feel passionate about and then take it to be of service to the Jewish people, because when the Jewish people are strengthened, we change the entire world. As Rabbi Sachs says, your purpose will come where what you want to do meets what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is for the Jewish people to rededicate themselves to our mission, the mission for which there is no higher honor, to be ambassadors for God in the world and to bring the world to holiness and to peace. Thank you.
To stay up to date with JTV content, click subscribe here if you're on YouTube and hit the alarm bell. And if you're on Facebook, hit the like button, and under following, click see first. If you enjoy watching JTV content and want to help us continue to grow, please consider making a donation to us by clicking here.